Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marcy.
I'm Lisa.
Welcome back to Cookies and Chat. So, here, no cookies today, but if you keep staying tuned, we will be in the kitchen for our next conversation. But I have blackberries. Blackberries, very high in antioxidants, very sweet this time of year, and lots of wonderful things that you can do with these, including some baking ideas that I will give you a little bit later on. So I was going to offer you a berry, but you already took one. Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How about you?
I'm doing well as well, thank you. So what are some thoughts or thing on your mind that we can share with our audience this fine Sunday?
Well, one thing that you and I were talking about this morning is protecting brain health. I have a friend of mine. Her mother is going through Alzheimer's, so she's rightfully very concerned about what does that mean for her and her children. So one of the things that she did was, what are the increased odds? Well, if you have a parent that has Alzheimer's, you're now in like a 20% range of getting Alzheimer's, and the regular public is something less than 7%. So it's not absolutely dramatic. It's not like it goes up to 50%, but 20% is nothing to sneeze at.
Of course.
So we were talking about what are things that we can do to protect our brains. And one of the things is protecting your hearing. And if you have hearing loss, do something about it. So, for example, my mother, it took forever to get her to actually admit that she has a hearing issue.
Very common with people as they get older, yes.
Yeah, everybody mumbles. That's the thing. It's not them. It's everybody else. And there have been repeated studies that have come out that are now linking hearing loss with increased risk of Alzheimer's. It has something to do with brain stimulation. And if the brain is not getting the stimulation in the sounds that it hears, it actually creates a problem. That's why your brain will actually make up noises. I wear hearing aids, so I notice that if I don't wear them, I hear buzzing, clicking, ringing, all that tinnitus. So it's very important to protect your brain that way. So getting the stimulation that it needs. Another thing for stimulation is going for walks. Protecting like your brain against anxiety. If you're a person that suffers from anxiety, like I do, all of those strategies that you have learned already, but going for a walk, exercise in the program, really super important. It has something to do with helping your body clear out those amyloid proteins that collect in the brain. So that would be another thing. Protect your brain with walking, positive self-talk, journaling, all the things, maybe medication. But this is when you need to bring in professionals for your hearing, and then also for anything else that might be going on with you. People that have autoimmune diseases have an increased risk of Alzheimer's. So they're relating that to inflammation. So anything that you can do to help your brain, protect your brain, are things that are really good.
Good suggestions, and so important, especially as we age. Look, certain things are not as clear as they used to be. So to be, you know your body better than anybody else. So I like what you said about the hearing part, Lisa, and I just want to put it out there to folks that either you yourself may be one of those that you find your hearing is not as sharp, or perhaps you have a relative or friend. I'm telling you, it impacts other people around them. And I'll give an example of my boy's grandfather, who has since passed, but for years he would be saying, similar to your mother, it's everybody else, or I can hear just fine. And clearly he couldn't. And I'll tell you what the deciding factor was for him to go get his hearing checked was when my son, his grandson, when he was smaller, said to him really loudly, "Grandpa, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you never hear me." And he was so upset by that we said, well, he's not being rude. It's really because he's a kid. He's trying to talk to you. And what you're saying or responding to him is not what he said or asked. And he went and got his hearing checked and then wore hearing aids until he passed because he wanted to talk to his grandkids and they didn't want
Yeah.
to talk to him anymore. So there are factors. It causes frustration. It causes a lot. But most importantly, for your own health, very, very important. Anything we can do to help ourselves at least decrease the likelihood
Yes.
that some of these things that are going to happen, especially if there are genetic factors really against you. There's certainly some preventative
Yes.
preventative things, as you're saying, that we can do. So
Protect your brain.
absolutely so important. And as we get older, especially towards retirement, people, I can't wait for retirement, and then they sit and what are you doing? You really should have a plan. Pick up a good time to pick up a hobby. The weather's beautiful. You mentioned walking, which is, it's not just good for your brain, it's good for your whole well-being,
Right.
and also for osteoporosis and arthritis, and even for your heart, right? It keeps your body working and functioning.
Right.
Pick up reading. Maybe there's a hobby or writing or something you'd like to do. And for you out there, if there's things that you have done or that you've helped a friend or relative do to help them, whether it's with their hearing, dealing with cognitive decline or anything, we'd love to hear about it so we can talk more about it. So I think some good food for thought. So appreciate everybody listening, and we look forward to talking to you next time in the kitchen even. Okay? Have a great week,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.